How to get over your ex in 5 seconds. I think you should probably take advice from me because it took me 5 years to get over my ex. But the thing is, when you think someone is your ultimate soulmate, your twin flame, you can go crazy. You start paying attention to all the signs, the synchronicities, and all of your old wounds come up from your childhood, from age 0 to age 8. That's when our psyche is all messed up and those blueprints get in real strong. We meet that person and we just project everything. We give them all of our heart, our power, and they become this symbol of mommy and daddy and God and everything that we think that we should be. And so I actually was bleeding in my heart, not literally, but it was really painful for about, I would say, a year and a half, maybe even 2.5 years. It was like hard to function for the first year and a half. I wasn't eating or sleeping for the first 6 months. Like, I had the worst heartbreak. It was a false twin flame, and it was also a dark night of the soul all at once. Oh my gosh, it felt like it was going to take forever when, you know, the pain came, and it did take a really long time. And I look back and I'm like now my now self knows how to get out of it, and you don't need to be there for that long. You can get through it so much faster. So I'm going to share this super secret with you, and be where you're at and have patience and compassion. So there's a little bit of a oxymoron, a little contradiction in what I'm saying, which is take your time to heal, and also it can go really fast if you do it the right way. So I'm going to tell you how. And what I did was I completely let myself think in my mind and go into the darkest place and be like, oh my God, I've made the biggest mistake. I've messed up my life. I'm a total F up. Like, it's over. And like, you just got to get down and down and down and down. Like, don't do anything crazy. I mean, I even called the suicide hotline at one point because I'd been not sleeping, and when you don't sleep, you go crazy. I wasn't actually going to do something, and I really hope you don't, because you will get through this and you can have an amazing life. I live in paradise with my twin flame, and we have a gorgeous child, and I'm so grateful for my every day. So you will get through this. Doesn't that feel good? You're going to have a beautiful life. It's going to be awesome. You already have a beautiful life. It's just the rose-colored glasses are kind of poop-colored, like smeared crap all over them right now. So let me help you clear it off. So what actually worked for me was going down into the trenches and just going into my, like, I'm a mess up. Go into like the worst torture and like allow that to come up, because we have to feel to heal. We can't get around it. And if you're in a really dark night, know that this isn't really having to do with the person you think is your twin flame or your soulmate or your life partner or the guy that you have a crush on, whatever it is. It has nothing to do with them, really. What it is it is a belief about yourself that started in your childhood. And it's like a wound, it's like a cyst. In your whole life, you're like, I don't want to look at that wound, and you go around it. I don't want to look at that wound, and you go around it. And you create these pathways, these really creative pathways of how to find partners who kind of meet your needs, and you become a overachieving perfectionist in school, and then you get into the corporate world and you're making money and you have a good life, and you have this like pathway that just like helps you escape. Well, your twin flame or your twin flame counterfeit, or someone that's like this deep soul connection with you, helped you go and you lance this ginormous cyst in your system, and it's causing a complete overriding of the old patterns. It's like that was working, but it really wasn't, and now things are a mess and they're all over the place, and you're gonna keep trying to find the old pattern. Like, how do I do my like fake happy place thing? And you actually chose this. Your soul is like, you're not getting away with that. It is time to know the truth. You are ready. You are strong. You're a big girl now, big guy now. You are ready to face your own shadow and also face your own light, and you're going to use your own light to get through this dark night. So you've created it. Your soul was curious to know what it's like to go through the dark and then resurrect yourself. This is one of the phases in alchemy. Is we have the crucifixion phase, and then we have the resurrection phase. We have to let go and let love from that place of sweet surrender, baby. So One of the things that really helped me through it is when I was actually in my twin flame union, which I didn't know who Jack was. I didn't know that we'd get married and have kids at the time. I just thought he was a sweet boy in my life. I was 34, he was 25. But I let him love the parts of me that I'd only just learned how to love myself. And I never, ever let any man into that space. So the first step will be that you will want to love the parts of yourself that are hurting. Those are the places that you wanted your ex to love you, but they couldn't because you didn't love yourself. And sometimes we have to let go of an ex and like have space so we can re-find ourselves. And we gotta like really utilize the wounding that the relationship and the arguments and the fighting and the crying and the misunderstandings brought up. In order for any positive relationship to move forward in your life, you'll want to actually take this time and opportunity to let these wounds really come to the light and to deeply love and support yourself. This could be working with a counselor. It could be signing up with twin flame mentors like myself and Jack and my tribe at Aphrodite University. It could be finding a community support group. It could be if you're having issues with addiction, going to an AA or Anon meetings. It could be reaching out to your family where you've been hiding and just having conversations and getting really real and vulnerable. But make sure that you find the right support, because I hired some really, I will say, fledgling twin flame coaches who gave me total wrong information. They're like, yes, he's definitely your twin flame. He'll just come back. And like, he was treating me like garbage. And I was just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And garbage does not get you to a sacred, holy grail of unions, the twin flame union. If you're looking for that epic love, all you need to do is seek within, because you will find it. And it's not about like looking outside of yourself. It's about being almost like that masculine that you choose to love yourself. You are the bridegroom, you're the husband, you're the wife. Like you just keep loving these parts of yourself that are dysfunctional, broken, and hurt. And it's not about trying to fix them. It's about loving them freaking hardcore. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I love you in the way that your dad couldn't do it, in the way that your mom couldn't do it, your siblings couldn't do it, your teachers couldn't do it. Like, this is the time now, because you really need yourself right now. And in that alchemy of going from that painful lead into this nourished, holy space, wholesome place, you will actually create a new vibration that's never been felt on the planet before, which is divine sacred love coming into you in your universe. So the universe and the YO universe are making love together. You and the universe are getting together, creating this whole new fusion, because the universe loves you. We often disconnect from the whole thing. We're like, no, I don't want to take your hand, universe. You don't love me. I'm going to go prove it. I'm going to prove it to myself that I love me by getting the guy and getting the great hair and getting Botox and getting a boob job. And then I'll really like get love. And it's like the universe unconditionally loves us all the time, but we don't often accept that love, that universal life force, beautiful divine energy that's always, always there for us. We don't always take the hand of the universe, but when we do, oh my gosh, the universe actually gets to give to us, and then we get filled up, our cup gets full, and then we can give back and let the universe grow. The whole hologram changes. So now is a great opportunity for you to create what you want. And if you've been sobbing and crying and whining like I did for 5 years, you can turn that water into wine, that whining sadness into juicy joyful tears. Okay, so what to do in 5 seconds? This is it. Is to claim that this person that broke your heart is actually not your ex. Someone you want to X out. This person is a mirror of your wounding that you were not ready to look at until now. And all you have to do whenever you think of this person and you want to judge them, or you're embarrassed because you acted foolishly, or you regret that things didn't work out, and there's all this pain around it, instead of looking at them in that way, is to simply say, these are my wounds, my beautiful art piece, and now I get to simply love it back into wholeness, reconnect to the universe, surrender, and see it as an opportunity to heal the holes, to come back to holiness. And literally, I will see my clients where they have holes and tears in their aura, when they bring this beautiful universal love energy, when they feel they can forgive themselves for creating this mess, the love pours out, they give themselves unconditional love, and the holes will just whoosh, close up, and their auras become egg-shaped again, and they become their own whole mate. So if you are ready to find deep, lasting soul, body, mind, spirit, energetic, sexual, mystical, magical love, the twin flame union, the holy grail of relationships, then see this as an opportunity to heal your wounds. And one of the biggest mistakes is to not look at our sacred wound. And I go deep into what is the sacred wound and give some advice on how to heal it in my upcoming masterclass, Bring in Your Beloved Now. It's complimentary. This 75-minute deep dive into your soul, soulmate, your twin flame journey will help you get a clear path to what is your twin flame, what is a false twin flame, and what is a karmic soulmate. They are different. You'll also learn the twin flame mirror tool, and you'll get the 3 biggest sabotages smart spiritual women make over and over again. I've seen it. I have a lot of women following me on this channel. I have clients, I have friends and family. These are the most common 3 sabotages that they make that stop them from finding their true twin flame quickly. Click the link below in the description box. Sign up for Bring in Your Beloved Now. It has recently been renovated, upgraded, and activated for these current times that we're in. And I hope to see you in the next video. Namaste. Namaste.